that is a naughty spot, mate. So Jurgen Klopp wants Jared Bowen. Lamela is on his way to Sevilla. Do Arsenal want Tammy Abraham? Paul Pogba to PSG. And Everton complete 3 signings. All this and more on today's Redmond Roundup. Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another Redmond Roundup, the show where we give you all your latest news and updates on Liverpool and football and LFC related topics. People, we've got too much to get into, so as always, let's not ramble and let's get into today's Redmond Roundup. So Jurgen Klopp reportedly wants Jared Bowen from West Ham. Now, for those who don't know, he is a 24-year-old left winger. He's fairly decent, and the only way we will be able to complete this move is if we were to sell either Shaqiri or Divock Origi. This is according to James Pearce. His current transfer market value is £27 million. He scored 8 goals and got 6 assists in 40 games last season for the Hammers. I just want to offer the proposal that, is he really, and I'm not saying Jared Bowen is a bad player, and I haven't really watched him enough to make a real judgment, but from the little bit that I have watched him and the things that I'm reading about him, is he really much better than a Harry Wilson? Because he doesn't seem to have much pace. He's got a decent left foot and he's 24 years of age. From my knowledge, Harry Wilson is younger. He would be sold for 15 million if Liverpool were to sell him. And Jared Bowen is worth 27 million just on market value. So why would we sell Harry Wilson, who also is probably on less wages than Jared Bowen, to go ahead and get Jared Bowen? Now, it's not even Wilson who will replace him, it's Shaqiri or Origi, according to James Pearce. It doesn't feel like the smartest move, but then on the other hand, it could be kind of like a Robertson 2.0, where we sign Robertson, don't really have that many high hopes for him. Some £8 million left-back Scottish fella from Hull. It just doesn't really seem that exciting. It could be one of them, but I don't know if you're going to hit the same lucky pot twice. And just to sum up my feelings on the possibility of Bowen for Shaqiri, this is basically summed up in one clip. Here it is. Oh my God! Oh! So Daniel Malen has agreed personal terms with Borussia Dortmund. According to his agent, Mino Raiola, a fee is just set to be agreed. So Malen to Liverpool is completely off the charts. So according to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal have made no direct contact with Tammy Abraham. Reports have been surfacing all round the gaff all today that Tammy Abraham is going to join Arsenal from Chelsea. He hasn't had the greatest time at Chelsea. He had that thing a while ago where his missus was coming out saying, oh, he's the top goal scorer at the club and you better play him and this, that and the other. But it hasn't gone too well since, and his performances haven't really justified it either. £40 million, I think, is always a big stretch. I know it's the English tax. Is he really much better than Lacazette and Aubameyang? I don't really know. Don't see this deal happening, but with the way that Arsenal are seeming to be moving in this transfer window, they just look like they want to spend a lot of money, and this could be one of them players to complete that budget. Aston Villa are reportedly preparing a £30 million bid for 23-year-old Leon Bailey from Bayer Leverkusen. He has 15 goals and 11 assists last season. £30 million for what is a 23-year-old tricky, exciting winger. I think Liverpool should jump on this deal. Why the hell are Aston Villa getting linked with more bigger priced players than what Liverpool are? They've already bought Buendia. They wanted to buy Emile Smith-Rowe, and now they're in for friggin', what's his name, Leon Bailey, who is a really good player. Is he better than Mane? No. Is he better than Salah? No, but he is 23. I'd give it a chance for £30 million as well. Off a one-off summer window, it wouldn't be hard to make that money back. I'd say we should put our names in the hat, but it doesn't look like we're going to do such a thing. So PSG want Paul Pogba, and United are winning the race to sign Ruben Diaz for 35 million, according to TalkSport. So the first thing we'll touch on there is Paul Pogba to PSG. Paul Pogba, for those who do not know, is in his last year of his contract. This means that if PSG were to buy Paul Pogba, they could get him for a fee just around 43 to 50 million pounds. That would be insane, but we know how these deals work. When a player gets into the last year, of their contract. The United are having a similar situation right now with Varane. They can get him for like a very similar price, 45 million, because he's in that last year. I think for all parties, a move to PSG would make sense. PSG, they'd be getting a very good player for a very good price. Pogba, he's going back to his hometown. The only side this doesn't really benefit is actually Manchester United, who'd be losing a lot of money on poor Pogba, and also not only losing a lot of money, but losing a big viable player that's going to be hard to replace. Now they're being linked with Ruben Neves if Paul Pogba was to leave. And I don't think that's a bad sign. And £35 million is the talked about fee. And I think if Pogba goes and you bring in a Ruben Neves, the move, in my opinion, would be to get either Ruben Neves and Fred in a pivot, or Ruben Neves and Donny van der Beek in a pivot. Remember, you've still got Donny van der Beek, United fans. And then put Bruno Fernandes in the number 10. Neves, he's also got some very, very good stats since he's joined the Premier League on and off the pitch. And stats aren't everything, but I think he can do a much better job in the holding role than what United have been getting currently. So Tottenham are setting up a swap deal plus £21 million for Eric Lamela to buy Ryan Gill. So who the hell is Ryan Gill? He's a 20-year-old Spanish left winger who scored 4 goals and got 4 assists last season in 30 games. I don't know why Tottenham are looking to do a straight swap deal plus 20 million for a player with those type of stats. And I know stats isn't everything, but for Sevilla to get 8 goal contributions in 30 games, and you're letting go of Eric Lamela, who I understand hasn't been the greatest, but also giving them 20 million. I think for a player like that, you pay 20 million anyway, but it turns out you need to throw a player on top of there as well. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below, Spurs fans, because Fabrizio Romano was saying this deal is next to done. I've only saw clips of this player. He does look quite exciting. And also, one thing that could excite a lot of people, here's his stats in the La Liga over the last 2 seasons. And he's, as you can see, he's created the most chances out of anybody in that league. So you think about it really, if he creates them chances for Son and Harry Kane, you might have yourself a baller. So what is going on with Sigurdsson at Everton Football Club? The other day, there was a report that came out about a player being investigated over, I think, either speaking to underage girls or having contact with underage girls, whatever it may be. There was no information released on who the player was, their identity, but it was released that the player was 31 years of age. This led to football fans using their fingers and finding out which Everton players are 31 years of age. The 2 players that popped up was Fabian Delph and Gylfi Sigurdsson. So a lot of people thought it was Fabian Delph at first. Why, I really do not know. But I have an idea, but that, you know, it's a different conversation. And then Gylfi Sigurdsson was the next culprit. It turns out that Fabian Delph was playing a friendly on Saturday, which is the time of when the accusation was made. So he has been completely ruled out of the matter, and all of it's just leaning towards Gylfi Sigurdsson. All I'm going to say, because, you know, you can't, you know, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but in most cases nowadays, it's guilty until proven innocent. And with Gylfi Sigurdsson, I hope he hasn't done this for his sake, for his family's sake, but most importantly, for whoever has made the accusation's sake. But usually when it comes to these type of things, there's no smoke without fire, so we'll have to just see over the next few days. So now into the done deals. Everton signed 3 players. Andros Townsend from Crystal Palace for free, Asmir Begovic from Bournemouth for free, and then Damari Gray from Bayer Leverkusen for €2 million, the former Leicester City winger. Now, I just want to ask, what does this actually mean when you sign these 3 players? You've got Damari Gray, you've got Balassi, you've got Iwobi, you've got Theo Walcott, and you've got Andros Townsend, all as your winger options. Justin Kluivert signs for Nice in the French League on loan from Roma with a €10 million option to buy at the end of the deal. Christopher Ajer joins Brentford from Celtic for £15 million. Marco Grujic joins Porto for £10.5 million. And Lukongo officially completes his move to Arsenal for £17.5 million. Let me know what you think about all them done deals in the comments down below. There was a lot of news to get through today, so I'm sorry if I was pretty quick with all the points and stuff like that. Let me know what you think about all this news. Let me know what you think about Jarrod Bowen to Liverpool. I'm not the biggest fan of that myself, but again, Jurgen Klopp can find gems. Manchester United situation with Paul Pogba, over the midst of all this Jadon Sancho talk, all this Rafael Varane talk, you've still got Paul Pogba to sort out there, which is another really big issue for them. Everton signing crazy wingers, clubs like Aston Villa being more ambitious than Liverpool. I do not know, people. All that and more, let me know in the comments down below. I am so ever grateful for the support on the Redmond roundups as well. As long as you continue to support them, smashing the likes, commenting and stuff like that, you damn right know that I will continue to keep bringing and supplying the content. Yeah, so thank you so much for the support, and I will see you all in a bizzle. Peace!